Shinobi, open your eyes. For the sake of your master.
Just as the title says, this video is a story of Sekiro, with every enemy being Sword Saint Isshin. Now, is it possible? I don't quite know. But let's see. As we load in, you see that every single enemy has been turned into Sword Saint Isshin, not to be confused with the sad old Isshin. We then run past them in a scene very Far Cry 3-esque as they attempt to chop our appendages off. Unfortunately, we forgot this isn't Elden Ring, so we fall off the cliff and die, taking exactly 2 tries to reach the tower. Now, I think it's important to understand that all of these Ishins are unscaled, meaning that every single one of them, from the chicken Ishins to the boss Ishins, all have the exact same damage, HP, and posture as endgame bona fide Sword Saint Isshin. And with that, our goal is to beat the entire game with all of its main bosses, meaning that we won't be cutting this run half short.
Hey, now wait a minute, this looks familiar.
Oh god! Oh god, my arm! My arm!
Wait, is that you, Santa?
After grabbing my arm back and vowing my vengeance against Mr. Claus, I proceeded to get double teamed in my first boss fight. So I skipped past and decided I would come back later. Alright, now I want everyone to engrave every inch of this place into your minds. From the trees to the buildings, because I was about to spend my next 400 deaths here. And that's, not a joke. But before all of that, let's see what we were gonna have to deal with. Now, to progress past this area and basically enter the rest of the game, I have to put down this Isshin right here. He is the stand-in for the chained ogre, and he walks up and down this ramp as he pleases, with these 2 Isshin standing here minding their own business. And with the way that Isshin's aggro, these 2 will not actually aggro onto me if I don't walk close to them or let them see me. However, chained Isshin will notice me 9 times out of 10. Now, my first thought here was to brute force my way through this and just kill the chained Isshin. But a variety of obstacles, such as the environment not being incredibly versatile, to my own shortcomings on not knowing the exact movesets of this boss, made for a very tiring realization that I might be stuck here a lot longer than I anticipated. However, we weren't out of options yet. We still had one place I could go before the ominous Get Good squad came around handing out pamphlets. Luckily, there are a couple of goodies around here to pick up that may actually help us down the road, but I had my sights set on that sweet, sweet Raven Mist. Now, I believe it was just past this door. Well, that's not happening. That was a bust. With that idea thrown out the window, the only way forward that I could see was to develop my Isshin slaying skills. And at the time, I had fought Isshin a grand total of 1 time before this run. So my knowledge of Isshin techniques were on the slim side. But it couldn't be all that bad, could it? Ah, oh my god. Oh, I mistimed it. Oh my god! Yeah, and they're... Oh, you bastard, where? Yes, it could be that bad. And something to note is that you might have noticed that there isn't a death counter on screen. We actually added that 4 or so streams after we started, so that everyone could see the struggle. So the death count could, in theory, be twice as high. And this is all before the first boss of the game. If you're loving the pain so far, subscribe. Now, there is one elephant in the room here. Since my only way forward is to kill the Ogre Isshin replacement, what about Ogre Skip? Well, your boy tried. And about 15 minutes or so in, I realized that that was a no-go. However, I did learn something that would help us a tremendous amount moving forward. Damn. Oh, he fell! Whoa, whoa! Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my god! What? He fell! It's possible! Oh my god, it's possible! This was huge. If we could consistently have that guy fall off, we could get infinite skill points, which could be used for skills like Makiri and everything else under the skill tree that we had at the time. Grabbing the Shinobi text as well, meaning that we were now equipped with skills. Now all that was left was the climb.
迷えば破れる、そう言ったであろう。
Phase 3 with absolutely no heals. Yep, that's me. Now you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. If we take a look at the area surrounding the fight, you'll probably be able to notice that one of the Isshin's likes to watch from above. Now, he normally can't come down, even after noticing us, but he will occasionally transcend reality to not give us the respect of a one-on-one. So now on top of the already poor situation, we have to watch out for Isshin's who wish they were playing Assassin's Creed right now. However, for better or for worse, I made the assumption that the Isshin falling off the ledge onto me was not something that I can control. So I pushed forward, hoping luck was on my side. And I very nearly grabbed a hold of the lightning, so I wouldn't let the chance slip away again. And just shy of 400 counted deaths, we managed this. Yes! Holy shit! Ah! Damn, bro! Holy shit! Respect where respect is due. I appreciate it. But no Mortal Blade, how the f Mortal Blade? Don't give a shit. Just die. Ah! What? Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! God damn! Ugh! It had been done. The first of many hurdles on this run was cleared. And as you could probably tell, we were more than ready to move on to the rest of the game. Hopefully. Now the game was much more open to us, with item pickups and snakes. Now, I know what you're thinking. And sadly, the snake is an Isshin. But in our minds, I believe. After the wiggly snake Isshin shenanigans, we take a quick hike up to what could possibly be the single greatest change of arenas in modern history. We went from fighting Isshin in secret at a dumpster behind the local Wendy's to fighting in a coliseum in a guaranteed one-on-one. And so unsurprisingly, with over 400 deaths worth of experience, and an arena worth its weight in gold, we put down the second Isshin of the run. With that Isshin down, we move on to sweet. Oh, Jesus. There are 6 Ishins in here. Psych. What I actually meant to say was that we are running headfirst into another wall. I know that wasn't a bull reference. Or wait, I might actually seem smarter if I say it was. Meh. Anyways, there are a total of 4 enemies in this arena, counting the bull, and 2 more at the entrance that managed to sneak their way in. So it goes from having to kill 1 Isshin to progress, to having to kill 6 in a row, 4 of which are all in the same arena, and there's no way to progress unless we get past this bullshin area. And our only other option is to use the bull skip, for which I have never actually done, to get past. No. Oh! Oh! Yes! It was actually surprisingly easy. If you ignore the 40 minutes of attempts to get to it. But with this, we now have access to Ashina Castle and a couple of other areas. And for anyone that is worried, this is the only skip we use throughout the entire run. We're just too low a level right now to safely take on the 6 Ishins in the room. But don't worry, there are several sections where I won't be so lucky. So you'll get your fill. But first we head out to gather loot in and around Ashina Castle to prepare for the next boss fights. And our next boss fight was basically just practice, because the only odd part about this fight was a little side room that you could get trapped in, but it wasn't too much of a hassle. However, the next fight is the major issue here. And what's wrong with his hands? Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! What's wrong with his face? Oh god! Oh no, what happened to him? Oh, Jesus Christ, someone help this man. Ignoring the texture bugs, the Isshin fight up here is brutal. The floor has doors, which makes some attacks not level, which does change the timing of the parries just slightly, but that's not even the worst of it. After defeating the full Isshin health bar, we watch the cutscene that is supposed to be for Genichiro, texture bugs and all. However, after it finishes, another full health Isshin appears, meaning that we have to fight 2 full HP Ishins in a row with only 1 set of health gourds. Now, for the experienced player, this might not seem like a lot, but to a new Isshin fighter at the time, this was intimidating to say the least. And worse yet is that this isn't even the most amount of Ishins we have to fight in a row in the run. But I decided that I would head to some other areas to progress a little bit further before coming back to this fight. And you guys know what that means. Right into another boss. But don't worry, this one is a one-time Isshin with an okay arena space, so it wasn't so bad. Except for the fact that I don't have the key to go any further. Are you kidding me? Well, at least we set it up. So next up was Senpo Temple. Now, this area is where I got a little bit worried. It has a large population, mostly consisting of fisting monks for some reason. And there was one room in particular that Chad was ecstatic to see. Okay. Oh my god! Okay. Wait, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Oh, there's so... Why are there so many? Oh my god! Oh. Oh my god! That looked way worse than it actually was. I was worried we were going to be there for a while. However, after a dub, it's only natural that a loss follows. Like why? Like why? Oh my god. You see, the issue I was having here is that the walls of this arena break and are left open, which at the time just felt like a minor inconvenience that I had to watch for, but I learned that it was worse than I initially thought. my god! No way! Wait. Did that not count? Yep. That's right. He can fall off exactly like the knight can, except if he falls off, the fight doesn't end, meaning that I am stuck here and the fog door doesn't open. So I have to fight him in this tight corridor and pray that he doesn't magically fall off and give me the bird on the way down. But we are already used to a bit of challenge, so with that in mind, we get a little bit of practice in, deal with a few mishaps, and we clear him the not night way. With the Knight Isshin down, we grab a Buddha Grace, and then head back to Ganeshan to give him a good old mollywop. And as we came into this fight with a little more power and heals, the fight felt smoother, and fighting 2 in a row started to become natural. And it was at this point that I felt like I could take on 1,000 Ishins in a row. Pride indeed does come before a fall. But we were confident for now. A confidence I would soon come to regret. But cryptic foreshadowing aside, since we killed Ganeshan, we were one step closer to regaining our lost happiness. And there it goes again. Do you remember that thing I said about regret? Well, it's here sooner than expected. You see, for us to progress into the endgame of Sekiro, we need to collect at least 4 key items, and the Mortal Blade, so the Folding Ishins is a must for us to beat the game. And that means that at the very least, we have to fight 4 Ishins in a row on uneven rooftops and branches. So to prepare for that, we went over and killed the Ishins guarding our initial spawn area, as well as heading over to the now unlocked Guardian Isshin, passing by the largest group of old men held since the Constitution was written. And then absolutely destroy the Ape Isshin. I mean, I wasn't really worried with the flat ground and wide arena, but like, damn. But with the Guardian Isshin left for dead, our next step to progression was in the form of Ghost Isshin. But flat ground and a large arena made this a cinch. So with him out of the way, it's time for everybody's favorite FromSoft edition, the Poison Isshin Lake. Now, the normal way to progress here is to fight a little lady blocking a cave entrance. But not only is she now a 7-foot samurai warrior, but so are the other swamp goers, and they have binocular vision. So getting over there without them seeing us is a feat all on its own. But on the plus side, Ishins can be poisoned by the lake, so we could allow them to get poisoned to almost death, and then get the death blow. Maybe? Well, how about we try again with a little more oomph? Yeah, there we go. Pay for her, and then immediately after, and now with the Grandma Isshin gone, we get to see if this is going to be a 2-in-1 Isshin fight. Okay, I'm only seeing 1 Isshin right now. I'm praying things that I say, and it's very easy for you to say something or for the chat to get like typed out quite a bit later, or me reading it quite a bit later, and I assume that it's for something that I said earlier, or you know what I mean? It's very easy for things to get misconstrued very quickly. I can go back in. There's a secret tunnel in the entrance that takes you some good loot, including a prayer bead. Got you. Okay, I'll get that in a second for sure. Spoiler alert, there was only one. The second Isshin got stuck at the top, so we went up there to put him out of his misery as well, because I knew he was kind of lonely. So with that saddening yet lucky experience over with, it was now time for the Misty area. At this point, we were getting a decent amount of damage and had okay-ish HP, so my only real concern at this point was if we ratted to a bad area full of Ishins, or if we had to fight an Isshin in a terrible arena. And this fight was a part of the latter. Now, the fight is a one-on-one, Sort of. Because there are normally enemies outside this house walking around on the porch section. When I would get close to the wall mid-fight, the Isshin's would aggro and have to hit me through the wall if I got anywhere near it. So, the whole fight is required to be in the center section of the building. But with a little bit of luck and a lot of heals, we come through with one more dead Isshin under our belt. Yeah, should just be a one-on-one. Oh, don't make the noises. Oh god, don't make the noises. You mind? Oh, stop making the noises! Oh, please stop talking. Please stop, Isshin. You're making me uncomfortable now. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, that's a problem. Perfect. Get back down on the actual ground there. Rin. Oh, okay, we're done. I don't like soft moaning. I mean, I enjoy soft moaning if it's not from a grown man. Nice. Now all that was left in this section was for the other Ghost Isshin. But let's be honest, we all knew how that was gonna go. Alright. With nothing left to do but learn, it's now time to take on the Isshin Monkey Temple. Now, in a normal monkey fight, there are 4 enemies that make up a single health bar, meaning that when one of the 4 are defeated, 25% of the health bar drops. So at the very least, we have to defeat 4 Isshins in a row on unlikely ground, no less. And I'll be honest, this is where I thought the challenge was over. Because since the Isshins take on the powers of the enemies they replace here, one of them can summon infinite Isshins. And I know it looks tempting to have the Isshins just fall off of the precarious looking ledges, but they are location locked. Which means if one falls off, they get teleported to the nearest piece of ground, or if it's a far enough fall, they will spawn back at their original spawn point. And as all enemies are bosses, they cannot unaggro from you. Meaning that to get 4 one-on-one boss fights, we will have to plan out how to fight each one and in what order, as they often look at each other's spots. And so, our plan went like this. We would spawn in and immediately take out the Isshin behind us, as the area is flat with decent space to move. And after taking him out, we would carefully move to the top left Isshin, taking care to only let him see us, as to not draw any unwanted aggression, and take him out. Which wasn't too bad as long as you make sure to level out yourself before every one of his attacks, just to be safe. And after he's down, we would move to the branch Isshin. Now, this one is by far the most skill-based, as there is almost no room to move or dodge, so we would have to rely on our knowledge and experience here. And as we could fall off, albeit very difficult to do so, we would need to make sure to stay promptly in the middle. And after he was taken care of, without having any strange happenings, we would move on to the final Isshin. Now, with some testing at the behest of chat, we found out that you could bait him away from his roof from afar. And as it just so happens, the spawn conditions for the other Isshins are that we walk into his boxed section of roof. So, by baiting him over here, we don't give him a chance to spawn the other Isshins, and with the final swing of my blade, we finish the monkey Isshin fight in as legitimate a way as I imagined. With that hellish fight being over, we now have access to the endgame, as well as the Mortal Blade. And our first step with great power is to overcome Father Isshin. Now, it's the exact same arena with the exact same boss, so it's a cinch. And it's only one phase. And now that that's taken care of, we can get back to... I don't know how to defend myself here. Guess I'll pull a fast one and deny? Anyways, to move forward in the story, we do what FromSoft always wanted. We ready ourselves for punishment. Step on me! And with that, we are now in the endgame. And after clearing the singular sad bridge guard Isshin, we haul absolute buttocks through the area. Now, our main focus here was to see if the Dragon Isshin was going to end our run, but we did sidetrack a little for some vitality along the way, but in the end, it all tied back. But as I approached the summit, I was incredibly worried. But I sat and prayed for a moment, just in case we added 1,000 deaths to the counter here. What the hell? Oh, what? What is happening right now? Do I kill Isshin or do I kill the, what is happening right now? Like, who do we kill? Wait, that counted as... Third phase done. Okay, so now we just have to do the regular fight. I think. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen right now, but... Moldragon's first, you're not certain, but you feel like that's the right choice? It might be, but we'll see. Tree! Oh, another Isshin spawn! Oh god. Okay. It looks like that's what we have to do. Now we kill the real Isshin. Get out of there. Yeah, now if we kill the real Isshin, things will be fine. Okay. Cool, I guess. I didn't even realize that I killed him. Cool. Okay, now we have just a regular fight, except I can't revive, so... I can't throw. Phase 1. Okay. Phase 2. Thank you. Woo! Alright. I need to go back and watch. I don't even know what happened. Let me go back. And down goes Dragon Isshin. Now, I was surprised that it was not 100 Ishins, but my time with randomizers also taught me that reality is often disappointing. But with a strong push, we were only 2 bosses away from true victory. And so I first went to take out my old pal, guy whom I gathered my arm into turned into Isshin McGee. And as I entered, I forgot that 3 guys normally spawn in here with him, but after dying and respawning, I found out that they don't have respawn points either, so it was just a straightforward fight, with a conclusion that wasn't surprising in the slightest. But now it was won. Now all that stood in between me and peace was Santa Claus. I mean, Isshin. Well, actually, 2 Ishins. It's another back-to-back fight due to a cutscene. But with this being my finale fight, I decided to go out strong. So we no-hit both Ishins in a row, just to flex. And just like that, we beat all of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, with every single enemy being unscaled Sword Saint Isshin. All of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice with unscaled Ishins. Woo! Let's go! Dude, that was nice. I enjoyed that. Oh man, thank you so much for taking up a couple days of my time, but huge shout out to all of our supporters and everybody we saw on stream. And if you watched this far, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.